So during the crisis of COVID, the board has been working diligently to identify ways that we can give back to the community. And one of the ways was I reached out to my contacts with U.S. Sugar and asked how we could bring crops that the local farmers were tilling and not using because they have a surplus and no longer feeding the restaurants and the schools that they had planned on using the crops for. So I reached out to these local farmers and asked how we could put that produce with our local community and get it out to our local community who is struggling for a hot meal. And U.S. Sugar stepped up. They delivered 500 crates of sweet corn that is being delivered today. And through that process, I reached out to multiple organizations who feed our community, and through the donations of U.S. Sugar, we are now able to transfer all of the sweet corn into these not-for-profits who feed all of our community and help the community to get hot meals on their plates.
So our NABOR task force was actually started through the NABOR Helps program, where we helped restaurants in the community. After the coronavirus started, we wanted to be leaders in the community and show our support not only for our businesses, which were the restaurants, as well as the frontline responders. And so through NABOR Helps, we were able to fund that, and it was overwhelmingly successful. And by the feedback that we received from the first responders as well as the restaurant owners, we decided that how could we make this bigger? How could we actually impact our community members, those who may not be working or those who may be having some financial struggles that we may not even be considering in the media? So when you talk about everybody that's impacted, those that protect us are obviously one part of it, but those who are impacted greatly really weighed on our hearts. And so that was how the program started. It actually, we bridged the two between the farmers and actually those organizations within the community that actually help, that are the frontline organizations to distribute foods to our community members. And as a result of that, we were able to bring this program here today so that farmers can bring much needed fresh vegetables to our community members.
Well, actually, no, this whole event came about frankly through the generosity and the donations from the United States Sugar Corporation, Abe Duda & Son, and a lot of farmers around the Everglades agriculture area, Lake Okeechobee area. Well, I know there's going to be some charity, like Meals for Hope is already here today. They're going to get some. There's a lot of other stops on the distribution tour, if you will. Harry Chapin Food Bank is going to be one. Some of the food banks and food kitchens in Lee County are going to be some as well. But it's really an opportunity for all of our communities to really come together. The farming community has been fantastic throughout this entire situation. Their help has been really immeasurable for people here on the coastline to get the food that they need to get through this crisis. What we always see in our area is that in times of crisis, in times of real help, our entire community bands together, and it's not just one city versus another or one county versus another. Everybody really digs in and really helps.